All right, guys. This is from the Morning Movement. Also, they have a YouTube channel, almost 500,000 subscribers, which is the Nomadic Movement. They live in Panama, and they also live in Vermont. They have property in Vermont, a roastery in Vermont, a roastery in Panama. They source amazing coffee from small producers who are not using a ton or any pesticides or herbicides. All right. I love their coffees. I buy their coffee all the time. So what I'm doing to make the perfect pot, I don't weigh anymore. I used to. I have a, let's turn some light on this subject. I have, I've got scales. I've got a smaller one too. I do about 21 to 22 ounces. Ounces? No, that's not enough. Grams, rather. Ounces. I'll be okay. It's a little early. I need my coffee. Goes into the grinder. I boil my beans. I'm in my water. Okay, we're gonna start. No, never mind. I'm a little scattered today. I have whole milk in here. I did have another cup earlier. And then what I put in there is, I love raw honey. This particular coffee that I put in here is the Morning Movement's strawberries and cream. They had a small supply of it. Whenever they say they've got something new, they typically, because they source from small producers in Panama, they usually don't have more than like 300 bags of coffee. 1 minute, my milk goes 1 minute in the microwave, because there's no sense in making a cup of coffee, a hot cup of coffee, unless you like your coffee tepid, then you put ice cold milk. I don't. I make mine more like a cappuccino. I take my coffee filter, I dampen it first, and then it goes into this. This is a pour over. I call it cowboy coffee. That's what we've nicknamed it. I've got my emulsion blender here, and that's gonna froth my my milk and honey. I am living in a tiny home, so I don't have like tons of extra gadgets. I have enough, trust me. This place got enough. All right, now pour this in here. I have been on live streams with Jordan and Kaylee, because I bought some of their special coffees, and they give you it's almost like a gift certificate or an invitation, and it's limited to 300 people that get to do this live stream that never gets published. And on our last call, they did a great interaction, Q&A, and they were in the roastery in Vermont, and they were making coffee, and they were showing how they make the perfect cup of coffee, weighing and grinding and all of that. So I do mine a little different. I love the way they do it, but I know how I like my coffee. Nice and frothy. It's on the yellow side because I put raw honeycomb honey in there, and that's what I use for sweetening. I don't have sugar in the house, actually. And I used to use raw sugar quite a bit, but then I just found that the good honey, good raw honey, or even locally sourced maple syrup is my favorite kind of sweetener. So here what I'm doing is I'm doing a pour over. And it goes through this pretty quickly. Pretty gosh darn fast. And it's like the best cup of coffee, because for me, you know, having the cream warmed up and frothed with the honey, and then this pour over with boiling hot water, way better than drip coffee. I know it's kind of like drip coffee because you're doing a pour over, but I'm telling you, it raises it to a whole new level. I've been drinking my coffee like this for years. I love it. I mean, I have percolators. I do the stovetop percolating too if I have company and I need to make a lot of coffee, you know, like 8 cups. Then I do have a stovetop one. I like things a little bit slower. I won't use the Keurigs because I am not a fan of creating so much waste in our landfills. I get it. I'm happy that some of the others are using, you can recycle your pods, which is great. I'm glad that they're doing that because it's ridiculous. Sometimes when I look at how much waste I'm throwing away, you know, it is mind-boggling, and I'm sad about it. So I try to be better about my waste. You know, this is one way I can do it. And let me tell you, so, you know, I spent $17 to $20 on the coffee for 12 ounces. But how many cups of coffee do I get out of that, right? Quite a bit. So doing it this way versus going and paying $5 or $6 for a latte or a cappuccino or even just a cup of coffee from Starbucks, it adds up. So once in a while, I will buy an iced coffee, just plain iced coffee with milk. And when I'm out, it's rare, but it does happen if I'm feeling like I need a little extra kick in the butt. But there it is, folks. That's a delicious cup of coffee. And the froth is sweetened with the honey now. It's perfectly blended. So good. Thanks for watching.